Did you guess it was going to be me? I bet you didn't. Well, welcome to my garden. There's different sounds going on at the moment. There's some beautiful bird song, there's some children bouncing on a trampoline, and you may even hear my dog. But never mind all that. We've come to see these are our beehives. Me and my wife Denise keep about 100,000 honeybees in these 2 boxes. And we're going to have a look inside. I'll explain some of the things that go on inside, and I hope you enjoy that. And I hope that one day you'll be able to come and do it for real. But until that time, I just wanted to say how much we miss you. We'll be back together again soon, and it'll be great fun because we'll be able to do some exciting things. And I'm now going to change into my special suit. So here we are. This is my suit, which protects me from bees, just in case they decide they don't like me. But most of the time, they're quite calm, and that's why I talk quietly. I'm not going to dance around and act silly, because that could upset them. They're very busy, and I'll just take you over to the front. They may fly onto the camera, they may fly onto me, and they may fly on my hand. But you can see, here they are. If you look really carefully at some of them, on the back legs you can see a kind of an orange colour, and that's pollen that's being brought into the hive. And you'll see 1 or 2 arrive. And some of them have not got orange, they've got a different colour, and that's pollen from a different plant. So I've got 2 hives here, but we're just going to go inside one of them and have a look around. And as you see, I can get quite close. As long as I don't get in the way, they're fine. Okay, so we've got a couple of little things that we have to use when we're doing some beekeeping. This is called a smoker. It has this on the top, and we're going to put some shredded cardboard inside here. That's all it is, some cardboard. I'm going to light it, and when the flames come we'll put the lid on. That'll make the flames go out, but the cardboard will smoulder, so it'll produce some smoke. Now, there's a lot of people think that the smoke is something that calms the bees, but really it bothers the bees a little bit. And what they do is they'll go and get some honey. They'll feed up because they think there's a fire, and they're concerned that they might have to desert the hive. So it's just for a short time that we do this, and occasionally if they start to get a little bit too agitated, we can do it just to help us stay safe. The other thing that I'm going to use is this, which is just called a hive tool. It's got a blade on the end, it's not very sharp, and as you can see, this curved end as well, and you'll see me using this later to take out the frames that have got the bees on. And last of all, we've got this, which is a horsehair brush, very soft brush, and if I need to take the bees off any of the frames, I can just very gently give them a little sweep. I'm going to light the smoker. In case you're wondering who's carrying the camera, it's Denise, my wife.
Hello.
I'll roll that up. It's burning. So we've got a flame there. It's going to go in there, keep it flamed. And we've got some smoke coming out. Now we're going to put this on. So this will stop the flames now, as it can start to starve the oxygen, the air. And we've got a smoker ready to go. I'm going to go, if you just follow me, Denise. So this is just the roof. And this is called the crown board. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, can you hear, I hope you can hear this crack. There's a bit of a cracking noise. What this is it's called propolis, and it's a kind of a glue that the bees hold the hive together with to get rid of any gaps and any drafts, if you like us closing the door. So I'm going to just put a little bit of smoke in there. You might not be able to hear it, but the bees are suddenly buzzing a little bit louder. Okay, so that will give them something to think about. Now, I'll just take this top off. Just come over underneath. So this is underneath the crown board. We've got some these bees. These are all girls. They're called workers. And this patterning is just a little bit of wax, beeswax. So we'll just leave that there for a minute. And these are the frames that the bees put honey on. So you can see I'm using my little tool. I'll lift that out. Now at the moment this is a frame which has got a little bit of wax on. You can see they're starting to build up the pattern of a honeycomb. I don't know why that hole's there. Who knows? But they're obviously not very busy on this particular frame, so I'll just pop that there. And again, same thing, we'll just leave that down there. Nothing exciting. So this box which is on the top is quite empty. Not very many bees here. But as we move along a little bit further, you can see that this is starting to be built up, the comb. Can you see? It's getting thicker, but it's not ready yet to put any honey in or anything else. So we'll just leave that here. Now this is getting heavy. So in this comb, they've started to put nectar. I don't know whether you can see in the light, in the sunlight, it might be glinting. So that's nectar from flowers. It's not honey yet. They've got some work to do before it becomes honey. So they're still busily filling that up. Okay, so we'll just move along. We're just checking. Make sure everything's okay. So again, you can see that they're putting nectar in here. This is a built comb now, so that they'll start to cap this. Can you see here? Just where this is. You can see the holes are being closed up, and that's where they've decided that it's ready to be capped. So that's honey once they make the cap, once they cover it up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the next box down. So again, you might hear a crack, and you might not, but there was a little crack from there. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Propolis, which is like the glue. So a little bit of smoke. The buzzing went louder then. Just pop this box from the top here. I'm going to put this down here. And now we can get into the next box down. So in here we should see much more honey, and hopefully we'll see some places where the queen has laid eggs. This is just an empty board. And they're buzzing a bit louder now because they're a bit upset with me. That's just an empty frame, nothing on that. And then here, this one is full of honey. So you can see here the capping. So there's no holes anymore, and part of it where it's white, that's where the honey's been stored. And the bees are very happily storing their honey. Do another one. There we go. Lots of honey there. Each one of these sides is round about a jar of honey, maybe a little bit more. It's 1 pound in weight. Can't remember what it is in kilos.
Is it just one side?
Yeah, one side is about a jar. A bit more than a jar.
So there's two on one frame?
There is, yeah. So all this is honey, every one of them. And I have to move all of these a little bit so I can take the next box off, otherwise I won't be able to get in there, because this box will have been glued down, and some of these frames might be stuck to the next box down. So that I can now push back, so that's a box full of honey. And they'll keep making as much honey as they can. They never stop. That's why we can take some of it to eat. We're not being cruel, because we leave them much more than they will possibly need over winter. Plenty to eat. Some people think we steal it all and give them rubbish to eat, but we don't. The camera might be picking up the sound of the buzzing getting louder now, because the bees are getting a bit bothered with us. So, this box is coming off. It's quite heavy. Oh.
Well, there's a few jars of honey there, isn't there?
There is.
About a dozen.
Now this is called the queen excluder. And what this does is this stops. The queen is a bigger bee, and so is the drone, which is a male bee. They're both much bigger. And, well, not much bigger, but too big to fit through these gaps.
And drone's the
drone is the male.
male.
Yeah. All these are girls. We might see a drone. So see that, then I moved it a little bit too much and they flew up thinking what's going on. I'll give them a little bit of smoke so they can go and feed themselves up. So this is the queen excluder. Now somewhere below here, and we have no idea where, will be the queen. You can see that some of this
I ought to see it for a change.
some of this comb has been damaged when I've taken it off. So this is honey that's been stored, but it won't be wasted. They'll eat it, and they'll just restore it if they need to. So we'll have a look in this one, and hopefully we'll see where the babies are. This is the first one which we have. This is pollen, so you can see here in these holes. This will be honey, and there's different colours in here. You may be able to see on the camera, and that's pollen, which they can make a special food, especially to feed the babies. They call it bee bread. That's what we call it. So pollens come in different colours. Okay, depending what flower they come from. And the next one of these, we're going to see where some babies are.
You can see some drone cells.
Okay, so here we've got these big ones here. These are drones, so these will be boy bees when they emerge. And people say hatch, but the term is emerge. So these are the drones, the boys, and these are the girls. And some of this is pollen, so there's a mixture, and there's honey. So there's a bit of everything there. Now, when we do take honey off, we wouldn't touch this one, because this has got things that the bees, we wouldn't mix them together. We only take the honey ones. And now we're in the bottom part. This bottom box is called the brood box, and this is normally where the queen would lay most of the eggs, but not necessarily, as we found out. We'll just have a look at this. What I wanted to show you was one of the worker bees with pollen on its legs, and there we are, this one here. You see, she's just going underneath there. She's got, you see the pollen? And that'll be stored away into these. This is pollen that's been stored. This will be honey. These are drones, or will be drones when they emerge. This is a drone here. Can you see how much bigger it is? So this is a male bee. And the male bee doesn't have a sting. and all these other ones do have stings. Right, well, as you can see, I'm in a different hive now. So these are a little bit unpredictable, and I suppose they're going a bit angry with me now. And I'm disrupting the line. I just wanted to see if I could find a queen cell for you, but not having much luck. So that might have to be another visit, or maybe one day you'll be able to visit in real life and find a queen cell together. As you can see, there's a lot of bees around, and we have to calm them down now. So I'll put everything back together very quietly. And my hats fell off. As you can see, I had a cap under here, and my caps fell off. Very inconvenient, but never mind. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again. We'll see you back at Thrive as soon as possible. Bye.